It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
By the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Indiana Pacers. For Indiana, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, last season the Pelicans made the playoffs, but still decided to change the coaching position, going with Alvin Gentry, known as an offensive guru in the league. And Kenny, how different do you think their offense is going to be with Alvin Gentry at the helm?
Oh, they're going to push the tempo a lot more with Alvin Gentry. Now, don't be surprised to see the offense run through Anthony Davis as it did last year, but probably from different areas of the floor and a lot faster pace.
And Pelicans were near the bottom last season in three-point attempts, so we should see them jump into at least the top half of the league. Alvin Gentry coached at Phoenix before. He loves when the guards come down and shoot the three. Open court game, we shall see.
Let us go down to Kevin Harlan court.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Pelicans make the trip in for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So the Pelicans win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Ashik in at center. And it's Evans missing. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreek Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most full season. He'll get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why through last season they'd won a lot more games than Holiday.
Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs. Let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And so here is Indiana following the score by New Orleans. Outside for George. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Again, the miss by Ellis.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Here's George after Drew Holiday's score. George passes to Mahinmi. He feeds it to Ellis. Again, the miss by Ellis.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. Holiday dishes to Davis. No luck. Excellent D there from Allen. Ellis with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Back to Ellis. Allen with the screen for Ellis. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Pocket 6. It's good from the top of the key. And so here's New Orleans. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Asik with a screen on Hill. And Asik kicks to Evans. 5 to shoot. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahina. Hill comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And it's Lawson in for Hill.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Ajinça kicks to Cunningham. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Cole. Lawson defending. Here's Cunningham. Kept alive. Ajinça. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time. Fighting to get proper position. Then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Here's Cole. Paul George making his last shot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. Shots good by Turner.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Cole, the pass to Anderson. Shoots from the right block, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. George, that's a two-pointer. Got it off in time, but it's no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. New Orleans on top, up 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And off we go, a close game. Now starting the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Pacers. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Turner is out there with Hill. And it's Miles in at the 3 spot.
He got a great read of where that miss was going. That allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Gordon goes in. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Ellis. He sinks the 11-footer. The Pelicans shooting well, 50% from the floor. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Rebounded by Ellis.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big way he played for the Mavs. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
And Indiana making a change here. Mahimi's checked in. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Gordon kicks to Davis. Passes it to Evans. Screen by Asik. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Miles dishes to Mahimi. Shoots from the baseline. No luck. And New Orleans will come the other way. Pass to Davis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Mahimi passes to Ellis. Nails the 16-footer. Ellis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Davis with a screen on him. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Turner. The Indiana Pacers had a solid season last year, given they were without their star for most of it. They played well at home.
Yeah, even without Paul George, they were in contention. How about 23-18 at home, which is really a solid mark when you consider they didn't have their 2 best players from a season ago.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
You know, for the Pacers in their 23-18 home record, that was better than several teams that made the playoffs in the East. They were very tough at home at the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Gordon off the screen, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And the Pacers were 3rd in the league in field goal percentage against at home. Something about this crowd really drives the Pacers on the defensive end, even in a down year.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. LaVoy Allen's checked in for Turner. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And it's Lawson in for George Hill. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. Quincy Pondexter is checked in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game.
Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Pondexter dishes to Cole. To the middle. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's taken away by Stuckey. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And the basket good. And it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
There's the pick. This is to Cole. 55 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 5 to shoot. From 17 feet out. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Cole.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball at the end of the quarter in this situation.
Outside, George. Awesome from outside. Shot misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pacers lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset. Let's all go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They had a nice burst of energy once they got to the second quarter and ended the half holding on to a 4-point lead. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, they need to be much more aggressive on offense. Try to get to the foul line more. It's called a charity strike for a reason. They haven't shown they want it, Ernie. Everybody wants charity. Me too. I like charity. If they don't get more aggressive, they might have a hard time in the second half.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Paul George really making a difference here.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
So for New Orleans right now, the shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3, and it's Holiday in at the 1. Here's Hill. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. A nice shot by George.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Outside Holiday. The offensive rebound. Evans outside. He kicks to Holiday. Now here's Ashik, guarded by Mahimi. Ashik the screen for Gordon. Clock at 6 on the wing. Davis. Three-pointer. Rebound by Mahimi. Pacers leading by 6. Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They kind of hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
Again, the miss by Gordon.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And the Pacers defense, as strong as ever, and you mentioned 4th in points allowed in terms of their opponents. How about 3rd also in opponent field goal percent?
Gordon against Evans. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Ashik to pass to Gordon.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahimi. Solomon Hill comes in for Allen. And it's C.J. Miles in for Paul George. And both free throws good for Gordon.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Hill kicks to Ellis. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Gordon dishes to Ashik. Feeds to Holiday. To tie. He nails it, and we're tied up. Holiday's got 6 points.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down. And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure.
Dish to Davis. Screen by Ashik. Evans kicks to Gordon. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Pass to Miles. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D
gentlemen, 2
in
shots.
color.
2 shots.
HD 3D.
That free throw, no good.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call him buckets, because that's elite performance.
And they take the lead. Ajinsa's got his second basket.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And Miles kicks to Turner. Takes it from 10. Rebound by Pondexter. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Ajinsa. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Anderson. There's the screen. Cole, the pass to Anderson. The shot is off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Stuckey into the lane. Hill. And easy 2 points on the layup. Hill's got his first bucket in this one. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of them.
Yeah, it's a nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Indiana leading. Lawson outside. The feed to Miles. Kicks it to Turner. To the inside. That's good for Miles on the assist by Stuckey.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Cole. He dishes it to Cunningham. No good off the front iron. Stuckey kicks to Lawson. Shoots. No good on that last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Indiana out in front, up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Pelicans trail by 3. George Hill out there with Elvis. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Ian Mahima. And it's Turner in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
There's the pick. George dishes to Hill. 4 on the clock. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's 10 points for Miles Turner. Down low. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Evans.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Ellis against Gordon. Inside, here's George. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last 3 trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Allen's checked in for Turner. Hill kicks to George. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is that he's had a number of injuries. They've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
They set the screen. Here's Allen. And once again off the mark by Indiana. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Ashik, the pass to Gordon. Ashik, the screen for Gordon to take the lead, and that one swishes right in. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
Absolutely. I mean, 6 lead changes here so far.
Exciting stuff.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Holiday against Hill. A 3, and that one's good. George! Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. New Orleans moving the ball around. Davis against Allen. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Gentlemen, 2 shots.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled, and they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
That free throw missing. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Outside Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Mahaney dishes to Allen. Here's George. That one a little long.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Gordon gets to Holiday. He feeds it to Ashik. Ashik with a screen on George. George against Gordon. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ashik no good. Indiana leading. Now it's the pass to Hill. Back to X. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Davis, nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the jail.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. George against Evans. Left side, George. Here's Allen. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Pacers lead by 4.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Evans dishes to Davis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And he misses the first. Wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
.2 left to play in the final quarter. Hill kicks to George. Taken away by Holiday. Now Evans on the floor all by himself.
Well, Tyreek Evans, he's got him falling in right now.
A lot is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place. Here's George. Buries it.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Hill against Holiday. Outside, Davis. Shot from 12. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Watch out, Anthony Davis has caught fire.
And he commits the intentional foul. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
And now, let's get it to go.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shoots from 12. Paul George grabs the miss. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big two-possession game.
And again, New Orleans has no luck, and that's an intentional foul.
At the line for your Pacers, George Hill. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And the pass to Ashe. Kicks it out to Evans. So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Paul George. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the premier wing players in the NBA. We know that defensively he's always going to do the job, but he's just as valuable on the other end, scoring off the catch or the dribble.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.